dolls and dogs, this is Kianara and Jerry, and welcome back to my channel. And welcome to, let's stop this, the Winter Dolly Updates video, because it's been a while. I have to admit, it's been a long while. It's been so long, actually, that I actually had to go physically, myself, onto my own YouTube channel to actually check when my last Dolly Updates video was and what the hell I told you guys in that video, because I simply couldn't remember anymore. It's been that long, and I found that I actually haven't done a Dolly Updates video in this entire winter. Why? I do not know, because I got a lot of things to tell you guys. I have a whole long list of stuff, and I just didn't make an updates video. What was wrong with me? I don't know. Anyhow, Winter Dolly Updates video. Well, we still have it's like the 14th, about 9 days of winter left. So I think I can still make this work as a Dolly Winter Updates video. So let's just get started. I wanted to start this video off with some sad news. Well, sad. It's not really sad for me. It was things that were just needed to happen. And that sad news is that I sold a few of my resin pieces, resin dolls, art dolls, things. The first thing that I sold was actually my Crocodile lens head. I do like the head, don't get me wrong. It's a beautiful head, but it's huge. it is like big and round and poof. And I felt like it just was a little bit too big for my taste, too big for the character. He used to be Aspen. It just looked really weird next to, for example, Yuri. Yuri is Aspen's little brother, and the head difference, though Yuri has got a huge head himself. He doesn't have a small head. He's a Lutz. He's got a big noggin. But the Crocodile lens was even bigger. And next to my other dolls, he just looked like he had a water head, a melon head. In my personal opinion, some of you might not think of it that way, but for me, he was a little bit too big, but I kept on having him for a long time, just because I couldn't find a decent replacement. And I sold him because I did find a replacement. But I will come back to that a little later on in this video. I will tell you all about that new shell of Aspen. But yeah, I sold the Crocodile lens head to a friend, and that's it. He's gone. Another thing that I sold, you might not have really seen it here on this channel. Some of you might have seen him on my Instagram, is my little, I had this Fallen Doll fabric pet doll. He was like this black plushy posable art doll with a little, I think it was ABS. It wasn't resin, it was ABS, a little ABS hat in it that you could paint yourself and put eyes in. And he was adorable. He is super cute, but he was just sitting on my dresser there, and that's all he did. I didn't do anything with him, which is actually kind of a shame. And I actually found a very good home for him with a friend who loves art dolls. So he's going to a very good home. He's going to get a lot more attention than he's going to get from me. So yeah, I also sold that doll, art doll, whatever you want to call it. And there is one more doll in this category. He's actually very tiny. One doll that I also sold, and that is my Kokoryang Toby. Yes, I sold my Toby. You guys might know that I actually have two Kokoryang bunnies. I had the Toby, which I sold, and I have the Peppy, the bigger one. And I found myself that whenever I wanted to take pictures with one of my bunnies, together with one of my dolls, for example, I always went for Sniffles, who is my Peppy. I always picked Sniffles over Cookie, and that made me realize, like, for a very long time, actually, why do I have Cookie when I always reach for sniffles. And I've been dubbing about that for a few months, like, should I sell him, should I not sell him? But he's so cute. Do I really want to sell him? Until the point came that I was like, he just has to go. I mean, he's cute, he's adorable, but I just don't do anything with him. I prefer the bigger one. I prefer the Peppy over the Toby. So that's why I sold my little Kokorayang Toby. He's also going to a friend, actually. I've all my sold dolls are going to friends. How about that? That's actually pretty amazing, because then I still get to see him from time to time, which is very, very cool. So yeah, all my dolls that I wanted to sell have been sold. They're going to friends. They're going to a fabulous new home, and I'm happy. I hope my friends are happy with their purchases as well, but I actually don't really doubt that. So yeah. That was the sad news. I don't have any more sad news. I don't have anything more leaving this house. So let's just go into the more fun news, which is the dolls that actually came in, or the resin that actually came into my life over this winter. One of those resin pieces is actually the reason why Yuri is here with me today, because Yuri has been bodiless for the longest time. The reason is Jamie sold his body. And that has happened in autumn of 2019. So yeah, Yuri has been bodiless for quite a few months. Until recently, when a friend said, I have a few buddies that I want to, a few resin things that I want to sell, which were also a few buddies. And I asked, well, do you have something in that collection of yours that you want to sell that might actually work for Yuri? And she had, and this is the result. Yuri has finally got a body of his own again. It's actually a very, very lovely body. It poses really well. It's actually the skin tone is a little bit darker than Yuri officially is. Yuri is kind of pale. So I had to do one hell of a blushing job on his head to actually make him match. Because if you think like, Yuri is a little bit darker than I remembered him, yeah, that's possible, because I had to color match his head to his body. But I don't mind color matching heads. I actually do it very, very often, because it's really hard to find matching bodies to floating heads. So that's why I body match blush. Wow. I match a lot of heads to their bodies. I do a lot of color matching. But I'm actually very, very happy with how Yuri turned out right now. He's adorable. He also needed a new face up anyway, because I damaged the old one. Stupid me. So this actually having to body blush, blah, 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 blah. Wow, that's a very difficult word, you know? Body blush. I actually had to, yeah. Wow. I really am fumbling over my words today. I don't know what's wrong with me. But anyways, I'm absolutely overjoyed with this cutie now that he is complete again. I totally missed having him as a complete doll. He is special to me. He's my special little boy. So I'm gonna just shove him to the side a little. You can still see his hands, but let's go to another new piece of resin that came in, and he is actually right here. So yeah, I told you about that Croby doll head that left, right? This is the new Aspen. Let me show you him up close. He is actually a Meiji doll Miho, and funny thing is, I have owned this head before. This exact same head. I have owned him before, and I have sold him to a friend back in those days, and now he's back. I don't know why I sold him in the first place. Well, actually at the time I didn't have a character for it, so I do know why I sold him. But when my friend said, I'm going to sell him, I was like, maybe I have some character that might work with this head. And initially I had wanted to make him another character, let's be fair. If you have seen some of my Instagram posts about this head, you might have seen him with a totally different styling in the beginning, and then I flipped him over into the doll he is now. I initially had a totally different character in mind, and I was kind of struggling making him into that character until there was this light switch that went like click, and it was like, wait, hold hold your horses. I actually might have a better idea. And that's how this cutie became Aspen. So, yeah. Let me see if I can show you his face a little bit better. His hair is always hanging in front of his face. He's absolutely adorable. And this head is a lot less Melanie than the Crocodile Lance was, and he works so much better next to Yuri as brothers, and just overall with all my other dolls, he looks just so much better as Aspen as the former head did. So I am absolutely overjoyed that I have a new Aspen, and I love him, and he's cute. I love him. And I also have one other piece of resin. It's not a complete doll yet. Soon will be. But I have another piece of resin. Let me go get him. He's over here. And that is this beauty. This is a Switch Soseo head. He doesn't have a face up yet. He does have a wig. I think I'm about 90% sure of which character he is going to be. Of course, obviously, he still needs a body, which is on layaway, by the way. It is coming. But I'm going to wait doing his face up. I'm going to resist the urge to do his face up, because the urge is extremely high. I want to finish him, but I'm going to have to wait until his body arrives, because I don't know if it is a complete match with the body. It's going to be close, but I don't know if it's a complete match. So I'm going to wait a little until I have that body to do his face up, so that I can do some color matching. If needed, I like to do my color matching before I start the face up, so I'm going to color match him first. In this, if it is needed, I'm going to color match him first and I'll make the face up on top of that. So yeah, I'm going to have to wait for his body to arrive, and then I can finish him. I actually made this wig myself. It's an alpaca wig, and I absolutely love it. He is absolutely amazing. I have owned this Soseo before. Seems like winter is the time of the returning moles. Although my former Switch was actually normal skin. He isn't. He's a white skin, as you can see. So yeah, he is a returning mole for me as well. At the time that I was selling my former Soseo, I kind of lost interest in him. Didn't have a character that fit him anymore. Had at that time I had like 6 bodies and 25 heads. That wasn't a period where I had a lot of floating heads, and I couldn't deal with that fact anymore. I couldn't deal with the fact anymore that I had so many floating heads that I kind of went on a purge and sold a lot of my floating heads, and the Soseo was one of those heads that just had to go. So, but I'm absolutely overjoyed to have that head back, and I am totally excited to get started. I have ordered him clothes, I have ordered him shoes, I have his body on layaway. I am excited. I can't wait to really get started on that face up and just make him complete. I can't wait. Do I have any other new incoming news? I'm checking my doll closet just to be sure. I've written it down, but you know, you gotta make sure that you got everything. I think I got everything. Yeah. Yeah, I got everything. That's all that has come in. Those 3 pieces, 2 heads, 1 body. That's it on the incoming. Wow. I do have some other things on incoming as well, besides the body for the Soseo. I actually, you might have seen him pop up on my Instagram some time ago. He is a circus cane little pocket Humpty. He is actually the official mascot for Epic Doll Fair, and he's going to come and live with me for quite a long time, because I absolutely love him. He is still, at this moment, belongs to my friend, who is actually a fellow Epic Doll Fair organizer, and she has had him for... He has always belonged to her. He has been with me for a little bit. He was sleeping over here for a couple of weeks. And in that time, I've actually kind of fallen in love with that little thing. I mean, he is so adorable. It pained me to see him, you know, go to his official home. But I always kept on, he's going to his official home, and I still get to see him. He is cute. He's the official Epic Doll Fair mascot, so he's still there, you know. He's not gone. And but actually he's coming back. He is coming back to live with me, and I think he is going to be here for the rest of his life. And I'm absolutely totally excited. I didn't think that I would ever be able to fall in love with such a specific mold. He is quite unique when you look at the hobby. You mean, you see a lot of human-like molds. A lot of companies sell actually just humans. I can't put it any other way. Of course, there are other sculptors that make fantasy creatures, but I have never personally really been into the real fantasy type dolls. I've had some dolls that were like a combination. Like, I've had a centaur, I've had dolls with ears and tails. I still have that, but basically they are still, when you just take all of that fantasy off, it's still a human thing. So I have never really owned something as fantasy-like as the Circus Cane Pocket Humpty. But like I said, he's been with me, spent some time here with me, and I absolutely fell in love with it. He is just so stinking adorable. And I can't wait to get him home and make some pictures of him and post that on Instagram. So if you're curious about them, I can't show you him in a moment because he's still not here yet. But I got that one coming in. I also might have kind of sort of bought a doll. I'm not going to go into big detail because I'm not sure if that will work out yet. But there might be another doll on the way. Not sure. We'll see how it's working out that way, because I'm a little scared. I have to be honest. So might be, might not be. We'll see what the future brings. I'm working on something. Besides incoming dolls that have left, totally new dolls, still incoming pieces and bits and bobs. I also have 2 dolls that underwent some changes. I might have tipped the subject in my last Dolly Updates video, because yes, I know, I watched that video myself. Like I said in the beginning, there are 2 dolls that underwent a sort of character change, and I actually have those 2 dolls right there. They've been hiding behind me all this time. Let me go get them. Yeah. These are actually 2 of the dolls that I have been struggling with for the longest time. If you have been following me for quite a while, you might have seen... Move over. Thank you. You might have seen me switch characters with these 2 specific molds a lot. And that is the reason why in my last Dolly Updates video I didn't really want to say anything just yet about the changes I made to these dolls yet again. And before I went into like, oh my god, I changed their character and this is going to work out, I wanted to be sure about it. You know what I mean? I wanted not to just pop that news on my channel and then 2 weeks later change it again. I wanted to be sure that what I did was actually working out, because if this last change hadn't worked out the way it did, I probably would have sold them both. I've been struggling with them for so long that I was at my wit's end, and then I said, like, I'm going to do this one more time. If this doesn't work, they're going to have to go. But as you can see, I still have 2 bodies with 2 heads here. So yeah, things kind of worked out. So let me start with this bloke. Let me turn him around. This is my Switch Rion R head. Yes, that sweet Shiryu and Arhead, that one that has been with me for the longest time and have brought me so much trouble and struggle. But he is still here, and at this current moment, his name is Seven. And he is actually Rune's boyfriend. No, not Rune. I'm saying this completely wrong. Camden. Oh my god, I'm so stuck with Rune and Rave. I've got Rave right here. I'm totally confused. How could I? He is Camden's boyfriend. And I redid his face up in autumn because he kind of damaged the old one. He needed a new one. And that actually turned out for the better. That actually made me realize that there is more potential in this head than I have ever seen before. So yeah, I changed his face up. I changed his eyes. I changed his clothes. I changed his wig. And now he is 7 and I absolutely love him. He is, I think over the past few months, he has rapidly started to climb up in the favorite department, and he is, I think he really is in the top of my favorite dolls at the moment. I absolutely adore him, and I wouldn't want to sell him anytime soon. He's going to stay with me. I love him. So yeah, there's a 7. He's such a cutie. I'm gonna pop him right here next to Aspen, and I'm gonna get the other one. So let me show you him first. He didn't really change that much. He still has the same face up. He did get another wig. I popped in some lighter eyes. These are lighter actually than he had before. Gave him a little bit of a... Oh, I didn't change his clothes. His clothes are still the same. Because I like this outfit. But yeah, this is my Mono D Rich head. And he has underwent some changes in the past. How long has he been with me? 5 years? Oh man. He's actually one of my oldest heads at the moment. Only Rowan is older than he is. So yeah, he's been with me for quite a while, and he's underwent a few changes here and there. But the last change he underwent is actually the character change that I mentioned before. His new name is Rave, and he is actually 7's older brother. So these two boys, don't fall over, are actually brothers, and that actually worked out pretty well. I actually like that idea. They work together very well. They don't look alike, but I don't look like my brother either, so who cares about that? That happens. Not all siblings look alike. So yeah, they are siblings, and I absolutely love them. I wouldn't imagine selling any of these two at this moment. I absolutely adore them. So yeah, this is Rave. I also gave him some tats. He's got some tattoos. Actually, let me see if I can show you them up close. He's got some tattoos on this arm, and he also has some on this arm. He has that one and this on the back, and he's got, goes all the way up like that. I actually did these myself. They are not perfect. They are far from perfect, but I like them, and maybe one day I will be able to perfect them. But for now, I absolutely love them. I think he is amazing, and yeah. So Rave, let me put him aside. Let me check my little paper of all the things that I need to tell you. And I think we've actually come to the end of this video, which is kind of nice because it's almost 25 minutes long. I'm sorry, guys. It's been a while. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed listening to me ramble about all the things that happened over winter. Let's just end this video. You guys know the drill by now, right now. If you like this video, if you like what I'm doing, then please like, subscribe, comment, click on the notification bell. You guys are freaking awesome. Thank you all for watching. I hope you'll have a very lovely day today, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Bye-bye.